You've heard these voices your entire life. You laughed with them, quoted them, and grew up with their characters. But what if I told you that the people behind those iconic cartoon voices look nothing like what you imagined? Some have aged gracefully, some vanished from the spotlight completely, and others will absolutely shock you when you see them today. Stay with me, because the final reveal will blow your mind. Cartoons feel timeless and frozen in our childhood memories, but the voices behind them belong to real people who have lived decades of life, grown older, faced struggles, celebrated triumphs, and experienced the passage of time, while the characters they created remain forever young. Today, we are peeling back the curtain to reveal the faces behind the voices of your favorite cartoons, showing where they are in 2026, their current ages, their careers, and how life has changed. Them first up is Nancy Cartwright, the legendary voice of Bart Simpson, who turned the mischievous 10-year-old into an icon. When The Simpsons debuted in 1989, Nancy was 28 years old, working tirelessly in the recording booth. Perfecting Bart's rebellious voice, she was relatively unknown outside the voice acting industry, yet her talent was unmistakable. Fast forward to 2026. Nancy is now 65 years old, a respected veteran in the animation world. She continues to work on The Simpsons, as well as mentor younger voice actors and participate in panels and conventions dedicated to animation. Her appearance has matured into one of warmth and charm, while her energy remains vibrant and passionate. It's fascinating to see the contrast between the eternally youthful Bart and the real-life Nancy, who has dedicated decades to bringing that character to life. Next is Tara Strong, who has voiced Timmy Turner, Raven, Harley Quinn, and dozens of other beloved characters. She began her career in her late teens and early 20s in the early 1990s as a rising star in animation. By 2026, Tara is 52 years old and continues to dominate the industry. As one of the most prolific and versatile voice actresses in the world, she has received multiple awards for her contributions to animation and regularly teaches workshops and lectures to inspire upcoming talent. Her youthful, energetic characters mask a calm and composed professional who has mastered her craft and continues to influence generations of animators and fans alike. Tom Kenny, the iconic voice behind SpongeBob SquarePants, started his career in the early 1980s in comedy and animation, long before SpongeBob became a household name. He was in his late 20s performing stand-up and recording voices for commercials and minor animated projects. When the show premiered in 1999, he was 37 years old. By 2026. Tom is 64 years old and still actively voicing SpongeBob while also performing at conventions, working on new animation projects, and engaging with fans around the world. His playful, energetic voice contrasts sharply with his mature appearance, showing how the magic of animation keeps youth alive in ways reality cannot. Gray Delisle, now professionally known as Gray Griffin, voiced some of the most intense female characters in animation, including Azula in Avatar, The Last Airbender, Daphne in Scooby-Doo, and Mandy in The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. She began her career in her early 20s and became a staple in 90s and 2000s cartoons. By 2026, Gray is 54 years old and still incredibly active, voicing characters for TV, films, and video games while also managing a career in music and live performance. Her appearance is elegant and composed, a sharp contrast to the fiery and hyperactive personas she brings to life in the studio. Mark Hamill, famously Luke Skywalker, but also the definitive voice of the Joker, brought a depth and intensity to his animated characters that few could match. He started voicing the Joker in 1992 at the age of 41 and immediately created a character that would define animation for decades today. At 65 years old, Mark continues to voice Joker for animated series and video games while also teaching, mentoring, and making occasional live appearances. His face shows wisdom and experience while his Joker voice remains timelessly chilling, illustrating the stark difference between character and creator. Seth MacFarlane, the multi-talented creator and voice behind Peter Griffin. Stewie. Griffin and Brian Griffin began as a young animator and voice actor in his 20s. He developed Family Guy and several other series, becoming a household name by 20. 26, Seth is 50 years old and has expanded into producing, writing, and even singing in concerts and on albums. His polished, mature look is a far cry from the chaotic, often outrageous characters he portrays, showing just how versatile voice actors must be. E.g., Daly, the voice of Tommy Pickles in Rugrats, started her career as a young adult singer and voice actress in the early 1980s. She captured the innocence and curiosity of childhood perfectly in her performances in 2026 E.g. Daly is 64 years old and continues to act, record music, and occasionally voice characters for new animated projects. Her look is elegant and composed, a stark contrast to the eternally adventurous Tommy Pickles. She embodies decades of experience and artistic growth. Billy West, the genius behind Fry in Futurama, Bugs Bunny, and Ren, began his career as a comedian in the 1970s before moving into voice acting. He was in his late 20s when he started voicing iconic characters that would become cultural landmarks today. Billy is 73 years old and remains a respected figure in the voice acting world, occasionally performing, giving interviews, and teaching voice acting workshops. His appearance is that of a seasoned veteran, yet the voices he created remain just as dynamic as ever. Kath Soucie, the voice of Phil and Lil DeVille in Rugrats and Lola Bunny in Space Jam, began voicing characters in the early 1980s and quickly became a key figure in children's animation. She was in her early 20s then. By 2026, Kath is 63 years old and still active in animation, often voicing new projects while also appearing at conventions and fan events. Her calm and composed presence contrasts with the lively, hyperactive energy of the characters. She made famous seeing the real faces behind these voices reminds us that cartoons don't age, but people do. The voice actors behind them carry decades of experience, triumph, heartbreak, reinvention, and artistic growth, while their characters remain forever young. The contrast between the youthful energy of the characters and the maturity of the actors who bring them to life is fascinating and often shocking. It shows the dedication it takes to maintain a career in voice acting and how the magic of animation preserves youth in a way reality never can. Which transformation shocked you the most? Which face did you not expect to see behind your favorite childhood character? Comment below and let us know, because we want to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the hidden faces of cartoons, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell, because there are many more incredible voices and transformations waiting to be revealed. Stay tuned for future episodes where we explore more legendary voice actors and behind-the-scenes stories from your favorite animated worlds.